True Value Building and Hardware Supplies has organized a free workshop for contractors. The company is bringing in several of its international suppliers who will sensitize contractors to the superior quality of the products True Value carries, as well as to impart information on best practices. Managing Director at True Value Group of Companies, Debra Tobierre, says the workshop also serves as a great opportunity for the building and hardware store to learn more about contractors' needs.
It has actually been something that we've had on the table for quite a number of years, maybe 2 to 3 years prior to COVID. We wanted to spearhead such a workshop forum. But what has happened, of course, with COVID and other concerns, we were not able to. Now that we've reached out to our suppliers, we had an overwhelming response from them. We're excited about it to the point that we're looking at having this engagement annually. The concept of the workshop would be to have our suppliers present to contracting professionals in a way that imparts knowledge to them about the products that we carry, but also what would be considered innovative uses of those products and more modern finishing types and so on. So I think it's something that will be very useful for those who participate.
Among the suppliers who will present include Argos, Specialist Chemicals Limited, Trooper, Mitsubishi Electric and Green, Great Southern Wood Preserving Incorporated, Valspar and Simpson Strong Tie. The hope is that the workshop will inspire better standards within the construction sector.
What I am hoping will happen, though, is that this becomes something that we can gain sponsorship instead of being the ones responsible for the cost and the expense associated with the initiative, that we can gain participation with other organizations who would see it as something that's beneficial, both from the supplier's perspective and from the attendees' perspective. Just to share something with you, I've always said that we are now regulating the engineers, for many years now, engineers, and we regulate the architects. Plans, house designs of certain sizes need to be done by or approved by an architect professional. One of the things I would like to see happening in the future, and this is really beneficial both to the contractor and to the consumer, to the person who is the owner of the project, is that we have more regulation and more standardization of the contracting professional. Because it is one thing for Development Control Authority to approve a plan, and then the plan has the detailed drawings with the engineering specifications. You have, what steel reinforcement or rebar reinforcement should go in your columns and so on. But it's an entirely different thing to ensure that those specifications are carried through to the actual build.
The workshop will be held on Monday, November 14th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Palmville Conference Center at Coco Palm Resort. Registration for the workshop can be done via the link provided on the True Values Facebook page. A similar session will be held in Vieux Fort in the new year.